Good afternoon, everyone. We have with us today Meeta Mehta, who's a stylist and interior curator for the past 30 years. And she's going to be sharing her vast experience with us today, her journey, and a lot of styling tips and tricks with Essentia products and in general as well. So, thank you, Meeta, for doing this. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey towards styling?
Of course. So I'm born and brought up in Bombay. I did my interior design from LS Raheja, and then I moved to Hyderabad after marriage. And people did not understand the word even interior designing back then over there. But whenever I would have parties, if people were coming over, I would have candles high and low or flowers put out. Always interested in beautifying the space and the corner and things like that. And then my very own home in 1999, which I completed, came down in Society Interiors. So it got covered and featured there. And that's when I realized that doing a perfect room is just not enough. It has to be styled very well. Each component, not to have an extreme maximalism or not to have even minimalism, okay? To have a right balance between the two, that's I think very, very important. So there are some overcrowded tables or there are some very minimal tables. So I think that's how my journey began, and I got interested. I worked with architects, I freelanced with them, and now here I am after many years.
Yeah, so Meeta, tell us a little bit about your process and how you're different from, like stylists who do photography styling or people who maybe move things around for a day or two. Like, how is it different? How is it different styling a home and curating a home?
So what I do is I curate a space. I am there from the beginning with the architect and the designer so that we can create a story around it. Photo day shoot styling is only one day styling, which you just do it for your Instagram reels or your things. But no, generally that's very different. What you need to do is to actually when you go home, you should feel like a home with a soul, just not bare furniture and bare things around.
Okay. Through your vast experience, do you think you have a definitive styling, like a particular aesthetic, or?
I would say that my process is I speak to the clients, I sit with them, I understand their character, their personality, and based on that, then create a mood board and a roadmap. And I do involve them also in the whole process as I go with them shopping, and I go with them to every city or wherever they want to source different pieces and furniture and then bring everything together. And that's how I came down to Essentia Homes also in Delhi, and like every home of mine carries an Essentia product. Could it be the soft furnishings, could it be table, or could it be one of the art deco piece, because they have something very clean line, and I've been working with them since years, and the quality has never dropped. So that's one thing about them.
So we see a lot of restraint in like the colors and textures that Essentia has. So can you tell us a little bit about what color tones and textures work well?
No, that's a myth. So they use a lot of monochromatic colors, I understand. But in a color play, you can have it very beautifully. They have a green carpet here and there are neutrals here.
Yeah.
Or you could do even a neutral carpet and have some nice colored cushions there. So I think that's a myth. I mean, this is what looks like very luxurious, very 5-star. And when you come home, it looks like a home too.
So could you also tell us a little bit about the craftsmanship that is involved in creating some of these pieces and how you incorporate that into your work?
Oh, yesterday when I saw this actually and I asked them, they said it's 120 kg weighing table. Okay. Now this one particular stone also has so many different layers in it. Okay. And it's just not one piece put out, but if you see it, there are different textures of the same stone. So it's very, very beautifully carved. So I think, and I love one of their bench, which they have tied up with Nitush Arush to do that. So they have a stone down and a metal on the top. I think every home of mine, I try to fit and put that bench. Yeah.
So usually, it is a misunderstanding that when you have minimal, very clean textured monochromatic homes, they tend to look extremely boring. So how do you add character to homes like this?
I would say through art, to carpets, and of course through some art pieces on the table. I'm not saying overcrowd your table. You could do restrictive styling. You could have your coffee table books with one or two things around and let even the piece speak for itself. That's also very important. I mean, if I cover this whole table, you'll not be able to see the play of the material here. So yeah, and art also plays a very important role. So if the carpet is green, probably with this I would go with a monochromatic art, like a very neutral. And if the carpet was neutral, then I would have thrown a color on the wall. So yeah.
So just to understand a little better, like if you could just maybe treat this coffee table right here as a case study and tell us a few like do's and don'ts about if we were to style it in our respective homes, what would be some of the tips and tricks to do it right?
Okay, I wouldn't put too many books. I would have only like a layer of 3 books. I would put a small planter on that and maybe an art piece around, and that's it.
Usually Indian homes, we have a sense of like our art is very colorful, a lot of our fabrics are very colorful. So how do you pair them with like pieces like these which are so modern in their aesthetic?
Are you talking about art?
Yes, so like
Art and
art or
craft.
soft, like say carpets or furnishings, etc.
So here if you see, the textures do the play. Here the textures are only so beautiful, you don't need to actually do anything extra. And then have a piece like this. I mean, this is an art deco piece here. Okay, it's so beautiful and it's so functional.
Yeah.
So it's not just a piece to be kept there, but you can use it also, and it has its own beauty.
So how do you style, basis seasonal changes also? So like what kind of changes can we make
Okay,
seasonally?
So for example, in summer, don't have your woolen throws. Okay, don't have your woolen cushions. You can go with soft cotton textures, a cotton throw. Summer, you might not want to hurt your eye, so you want to go with little. During winter and rainy, I think you can play a little bit with colors around, so that I think everyone, we as humans are very used to the nature and the season out, and we would like to bring that in our homes too. So I think that's how I would play. I would go very sober in summer. I would go very loud in the winters during the Christmas time or something. And you like changing a few corners in the house, right? That keeps your house going, that keeps your corners also going. Everything around the same thing, 365 days of the year. No one's going to like it. So you want to move the furniture, you want to have some pieces in the house where you can move from your center table to your console.
Yeah.
Have some lights around that you can move in and around in different rooms. And always add a green in one corner. Like for example, there's a green lamp there in the corner. I love that lamp. It can be like a piece by itself. And then have a green planter in the opposite direction. So at least that one color is matching to another, and then you can have this sitting around. Yeah.
So what are some of the things that we can change or move around in the house that immediately make the space look luxurious or like a uber luxe hotel kind of a feel?
Lights, I would say. Lights play a very important role. So if you have some good lighting and some good art deco lights again, I think that can change the entire. There could be a play of high and low scale. So I think that also helps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that those were most of our questions. Do any of you guys here have any questions for us?
I'm sorry, I didn't get what you said when she asked you about having Indian aesthetic, which is very colorful, and the contemporary aesthetic. What did you say?
I just said that you can have one-off piece on a console or on a center table. Don't have your table too overcrowded. Don't have the table overcrowded. You can just have one piece which can go on anything. Yeah. I'm not saying minimalism or maximalism, but there has to be a right balance. Yeah, there has to be a balance. Yes. Yeah. And here at Essentia, what happens is our philosophy match.
Yeah.
So this is the clean line is what I also work around. So I would give the soft textures, the soft colors, the monochromatic things, and then just add color by light or an art or a carpet. So that's why we collaborated to have this conversation together today. Yeah. Any
I like the point about the light also, because I think the light is such a important part in terms of
It is.
sensory element.
Yes.
Highlighting the
yes.
entire design element.
Yeah, and these days you get such beautiful aesthetic lights. I mean, I was here around and I love that green there. It's like a piece by itself. So I didn't know it was a light till yesterday. I asked like, is this like a art deco piece? They're saying, no, it's a light. So I think that's also...
So your client determines whether you balance the natural and the artificial light, or how do you take a call on the lighting?
No, that's completely my call.
Yeah.
Only on the a few art pieces and the furniture, I take their input because there are some things that we don't want to compromise on.
Yes.
Otherwise, there is no point having that aesthetic around, Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what will be the one piece that you feel adds life instantly to any space?
Adds,
If I had to, just add one element in this space, that could that could be a game changer, as per you.
the green light there.
Interesting. I think the pop of color.
As a pop of color, I would add a green light in a corner, wherever there's a corner, as a pop of color, and then maybe a cross. Like if the room's big, then I would add a planter also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for
Thank
joining
you so
us,
much
and
for
thank you Meeta for
joining
doing
us.
this.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
joining
you.
us and giving us the time and attention. Thank you. Thank you.